Welcome! I'm so delighted to have you all here. I am T, a cell that lives inside you. I work for the immune system and I'm so happy to be the host of this show, the T Show. We will learn how the immune system works whilst we have fun and chat with the different cells and organs involved. Today, we want to introduce you to one of the most amazing systems you have ever heard of, the immune system. Everybody, please welcome our first guest, who also happens to be my boss, the immune system.
Hello T, hello people.
Oh, it's so good to see you here. I have heard that you are quite busy, so we really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
Well, you know how it is. There's always a bug, a misbehaving cell, or something dangerous in the body that we need to eliminate.
So, would you like to explain to our public what you are and what you do?
Sure. So I'm a very intricate system made of many different organs, hence many cells. There are 4 major organs in my team: the spleen, lymph nodes, the thymus, and bones. However, we have special sites for operations in the skin, gut, lungs, and brain. And you basically can find my cells everywhere. In the main organs, the cells that work for me develop, mature, and go about their daily tasks, and then they get to travel around the whole body. My main function is to eliminate any threats to the person that I live in and look after. Those threats include viruses, bacteria, parasites, foreign material, fungi, sick cells, infected cells, cancer cells, among others.
Fascinating. We have sent a journalist, the B cell, who is another member of our immune team, of course. She is going to talk to some of those organs and interview them to know more about their work for you.
Oh, interesting.
Hello, B. Can you hear me?
Hello, T. Yes, loud and clear. I'm here in the centre of the bone marrow where the bone is going to talk to us.
Good evening.
Good evening, Bone. Would you like to tell us about your work for the immune system?
Okay. Hello. I am an organ that is very active, especially in my marrow, the place where all the cells for the immune system are born. A lot of people think I am a heavy, dead, empty stick, but I am actually full of life.
Of course you're alive, Bone. Can you tell us how these cells are born?
Indeed. One cell with a fancy name, the hematopoietic stem cell, gives birth to 2 kinds of cells, a lymphoid or a myeloid progenitor, and then those in turn have more cells like them that can specialise into different cells, just here in my marrow. Here, see? For example, you are a B cell that was born in here from one of those lymphoid progenitors a week ago.
That's true, Bone. I have excellent memories of my time here. You are a fascinating organ.
Thanks, B.
Back to you, T, while I travel to the next organ.
Perfect, B. Well, that was interesting. Bone is quite an amazing organ.
Indeed it is. You know what's funny? Bone is not usually associated with me, even though his work is vital for us.
That is true. Now, I want to ask you something. What do you think is the most important thing that our audience should know about you?
I'm very shy and controlling, and I hate it when things get out of hand because it makes me frustrated and sad.
How? Why?
Well, for several reasons. I try to do my best every day, but I can get tricked by bugs and cells. I'm a good system, but these things sometimes get to me, you know. There are 2 main scenarios where I'm in trouble. One is when my team gets confused and attacks their own body.
Is this what causes autoimmune diseases?
Correct. And that's insane. Sometimes we get bad intelligence. We think they're spies or worse, and we just want to do our job. Unfortunately, that can just escalate and create serious problems.
What is the other scenario?
Well, it's exactly the opposite, where we underestimate our foes and they avoid a proper response. You know, it's hard to get everything right 100%, 24/7, forever. We can't underestimate our enemies. They're pretty smart.
I know.
Hi, T. I'm in the thymus, but it's very busy now as it's break time and all these cells are playing.
Well, hello B, T and boss. I'm sorry, but these cells need to do their selection test soon, and I'm pretty busy at the moment.
We understand, Thymus. Can you just explain what the test is about?
Yes, but quickly. I've got many chores to do. They will have to pick what to attack very carefully and be sure not to attack cells that belong to our body. If the T cells fail, they're expelled. We can't allow them to continue. That's why they must study so hard.
I know I had my test in the bone marrow and T had it here, the most important test of my life.
Yes, this place is private and exclusive for T cells. After they leave us, they go to patrol the whole body, reaching the places where they are most needed.
You're very proud of your function.
Indeed, a good education is indispensable. The whole body depends upon this, and I'm very proud of the work our alumni perform. Now, if you excuse me, it's time to begin the test. Thanks for having me. Please talk to my secretary to arrange a proper meeting next time.
Classic Thymus, always busy.
That's what happens when you must train cells to be able to understand the difference between friends and foes. I love Thymus, always an excellent employee and great with the kids. He works as the best teaching centre, better than any elite university you could think of. One very interesting fact is that he will get smaller as we age and won't work as hard all the time. He's had a very interesting and engaging life.
I will never forget my time on Thymus. I still have my jumper from college. Here is a picture of me and my friends after the first selection.
You were a beautiful and smart, naive cell.
Thanks. That is so kind of you. I think that B managed to get to the spleen. B?
I'm here with the spleen now. Spleen, it's good to see you.
Long time no see, B.
So do you want to tell us about what's happening here?
Lots, my friend, lots all the time. So here we have a lot of blood, as you can see. We welcome all the cells that are damaged or too old and should be retired from circulation, if you know what I mean. We try to recycle everything we can from them. Nothing is lost here. Even the last little bit will be recycled.
What about the other cells?
I have a zone for the T's and a zone for the B's, like you. I have a red pulp and a white pulp. I'm basically Pulp Fiction, B.
Oh, spleen, you are amazing.
Thanks, B. I'm happy to serve.
Back to you, T. I'm now travelling to a lymph node.
Thanks, B. Great interview. Well, now, we asked our audience about what they want to know about you. Here is the first question. What do you need to improve your performance?
Oh, what an interesting question. I need what all systems need. Sleep, a varied diet, not too much stress, and plenty of exercise. We adapt to all situations. For example, when the organism is stressed and there aren't many resources available or aren't enough resources available for us, because we have other priorities like running or fight. To be honest, that is fine by me. The problem is when that continues for longer periods of time, which means I don't have enough resources and we're very vulnerable to any attack. As a team, we get excellent reserves to work with after exercise, and we use the sleeping time to work harder. So in summary, these are the main things I need to improve my performance. I will say that if you can keep good levels of sleep, frequent exercise, and a good diet, my performance will be as good as it can be.
That is very interesting. So now you know what you need to do. B, are you ready for the next one?
Hi, T. Yes, here I am with the lymph node.
Hello. Firstly, thanks for the invitation. I am very happy to be here in the T-Cell Show.
You're always so kind, lymph node. Can you tell us about your work for the immune system?
Yes, the main activity here is the presentation of antigens to T and B cells, which triggers their activation and expansion.
Can you give us some more detail on this? Also, can you explain what an antigen is?
Sure. Well, firstly, an antigen is any molecule that can trigger a response by the immune system. It's like a red flag.
That is an excellent way of explaining it.
I do see it that way. There are cells called antigen-presenting cells whose main job is to find these antigens and introduce or present them to other cells of the immune system. One of those antigen-presenting cells is a dendritic cell. Look, there's one over there.
Hello, my friend.
She and others like her go around the body looking for anything that doesn't seem to be part of us, anything causing problems. They take small parts of bacteria, parasites, infected cells, tumour cells, and well, everything. I could go on and on and on. They come here and present these molecules to T and B cells until they find one T or B that will respond to this specific molecule.
The lucky one with the right configuration.
And when this happens, they give that T or B cell all the signals they need to get activated and start dividing, which means they are now primed to go and destroy their danger.
That is fascinating. How do the cells arrive here?
Well, I have two systems of trafficking, but they usually arrive by the lymph.
What is lymph?
It's a circulatory liquid that contains lots of proteins and immune cells and is connected to the other lymph nodes in our body through lymphatic vessels. There are more than 500 of us in the human body.
Almost like the blood circulatory system, right?
Indeed, we have two main functions. We drain any excess fluids, which is why the body can seem a bit puffed up if we don't work properly. And we connect the whole immune system, providing shelter and a safe environment for presentation of antigens.
Excellent, lymph node. Thanks for talking to us.
Thanks to you. It was a pleasure. See you soon. Bye.
Back to you, T.
Thanks, B. The lymph node work is so great. Well, now we have the second question for you. How difficult is it to coordinate all these different organs?
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's great to see how all these different organs can come together as one with a big objective, working all day and night to keep the body healthy.
Hello, T. I've arrived in the gut.
That was fast.
I was in a nearby lymph node.
Okay, that explains it.
Hi, gut.
Oh my God! Is that you, Bee?
Yes, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm so glad you got that job in the show. Congratulations.
Well, thanks, gut. I think we're live now.
Oh, sorry. Hello, world.
We would like to know more about you and your role for the immune system.
Absolutely. I am the gut. I am very long, about 4.5 meters, or 15 feet if you like that one.
That is very long, undeniably.
Well, I have space for several bits and bobs, but the part that's most related to the immune system is this one right here, the Peyer's patch, in the small intestine.
It is a very specific place.
Well, I receive the food after the stomach has broken some of it down to make it easier for me to digest. Then, I just absorb what I need and let pass what I don't. You know, in the form of fecal material, which just ends up being poo.
Sounds easy, but I imagine it's super complicated.
That is correct. But we can't do this alone. There are trillions of bacteria that help us to do that. They are great workers. And all must be in equilibrium to avoid problems. So in these patches in the small intestine, there are several immune cells that help with that equilibrium, finding things that must be destroyed and keeping the balance between the good bacteria to help us process fiber and other elements, and also the dangerous bacteria. And they can make us sick. They also decide if something dangerous does enter the system and deserves a reaction. It is marvelous, I tell you.
It is, definitely.
Yes, I'm very glad of my work here. We are all a great team. Immune cells, bacteria, and myself, of course.
Indeed you are. It's so fantastic. Thank you, Gut. I look forward to having dinner with you. Back to you, T.
Isn't that insane? We work with bacteria.
Well, it's not. We are a community and we need all the help they can provide. In return, we provide food and a safe environment.
It is mind-blowing.
Well, cooperation is very important to survival.
That is a way of viewing it. Well, now we have a new segment called GOFC. Guess the organ, fluid, or cell.
It's a strange name for a segment.
Here's how it works. Organs, fluids, or cells are behind the color curtains, and then we'll tell you a phrase that represents their main function associated with you. Then you may need to guess their names. Are you ready?
Yes, let's do it.
Excellent. Okay, lights and sound go to color green.
We're a team. I filter. Me too. We filter and grab threats, sometimes with the entry of the threats. That's too much information. He's gonna guess now. No, he's not. You always think the worst. No, I do not. We're a great team, and we're excellent in what we do. That's not useful. You have to say something like, thanks to the interchange, we do deliver the most important molecule to the cells. Stop giving it away. Look what we've done. We do so much, and our work is hardly seen.
Okay, let's stop the microphone in green. Now go with blue.
We take care of one of the most important areas. We are quite different, but we enjoy our lives in this remote land. If something happens here, everybody is dead.
Dramatic. Now go with yellow.
I'm stunning, I'm beautiful, and I'm strong. I am the biggest organ in the whole body. Ooh. I can be many tones, the most delightful colors. And guess what? I do everything I can to avoid the entry of dangers, even though the environment is my temptation.
That one is very mysterious.
Indeed.
Now let's go with pink.
We are a team too. Oh yeah. And we capture dangers, but we can make you sick. Oh, that's hilarious, bro. Yeah. Especially when we are surgically removed. But we are so small. Yeah. It is unfair sometimes. It is awful. We deserve better.
That one seems very hard to guess. Well, immune system, are you ready?
I think so.
Which color you want to try first?
I think yellow.
Okay, let's see.
I want to start by saying that I admire this organ very much. I think her work must be more appreciated, as it's superb. Yellow is the skin.
Who is behind yellow?
Hello.
That is correct, my friend. Skin, do you want to say something?
Oh, first, thank you to the immune system for his kind words. I work really hard to keep the body protected, you know? I am made of several millions of cells and can regenerate very often, quite often, you know. I am your very first protective barrier. I protect you against viruses and bacteria and take care of you when you face extreme temperatures, get in contact with corrosive chemicals, or hit really hard surfaces. All of these threats can trigger infections if my team is not fast enough. I love when you moisture me, show me some love by hydrating properly, and of course, drink water. Thank you.
Excellent, Skin. Thanks so much. Great job. Well, immune system, any other color you think you know?
Yes, pink must be the tonsils.
That is correct.
Yeah, that is correct. Hello, everybody. We are the tonsils.
Nothing else to add, tonsils?
Not really, T. We protect the body as a part of the lymphatic system. Oh yeah, true. You clever tonsil. But by protecting the body, we can suffer a lot of damage. Of course, bro. But we are one of the first to detect dangers that enter to the body. Yeah, and that's why we alert the rest of the team to act quickly by saying, "Hey, there! Danger! Help!" So, as you can see, dear T-Cell Show audience, we are essential. Yeah, occasionally, we can even destroy the enemies alone, with no extra help. We are great! Sometimes.
Well, keep up the good work. I think I know another one. Green are the lungs.
Okay, let's see green.
I know, that's insane. Hey, you recognise this? Was it all the information we gave you?
Well, they're excellent clues.
Well, what else can we say? Nothing. Everything's just been said. Well, just to be very clear and say that the air we breathe is dirty, and we find several hazards in it, of many types. I mean, seriously, that thing is full of awful things that can kill us. Are you mimicking me? Stop mimicking me!
Well, that's true, but you do a great job.
We're great!
I used to think that the lungs were just there to get oxygen, and I forgot how hard those two must work to keep us safe.
Indeed, it's not an easy job.
Yes. Well, your last color.
I must say I'm not sure about this one.
Ooh, something you don't know. That is a first. Just kidding. Do you want another clue?
Well, yes, please.
Okay, Blue, you can talk.
We have privileges.
Oh, the glia.
Oh, yes, that is correct. That's the last one.
We take care of the brain and in general of the nervous system.
We help with the recovery after a lesion and general maintenance.
Yes, you do. A very privileged sight.
That is the end of our GOFC segment and of our show. Boss, it was a pleasure having you here. We all admire your terrific work, and we hope to be able to have you some other time.
It was lovely too. I really enjoyed it. Thanks for having me, and thanks to all my team to make our work possible.
Thanks to you. There's anything else you want to say?
Well, as a matter of fact, yes. I just want to say that all these organs I have spoken about do indeed have many other functions in the body, and scientists are still figuring out how everything works together.
Perfect. Thanks so much. B, where are you?
Sorry, T. I met with these fluids and mucus in the entrance of the studio.
Hi, we are tears, mucus and saliva. We're trap hazards, and that can be considered as work for the immune system. So we were wondering why we are not being interviewed. Seriously, it's outrageous.
Oh, I'm sorry, friends, we didn't have a space, but keep the good work. As for you, I hope to see you in our next chapter, where we will have the most hated diseases and the most amazing cells. Everything is here in the T-Cell Show. See you soon!